Now my casting has cooled. I've broken it out of the ring and I'm taking a look at it. Looks like I have a complete casting on both the copings here. The margins are sharp. So I'm going to start cleaning this up so I can get a better look at it. Now you can see the casting a little better now. I've sandblasted the insides. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting off the sprues, and I will use separating disc, aluminum oxide. Now I like to look for any overhang areas on the margin. What I mean by overhang, any little wax flakes that may be on the margin areas. And you can usually see these if you look closely under light. You'll be able to see a little dark black line. I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick this up, but they're pretty evident. And what you do is take a rubber wheel and I just put it in reverse. Take off any little flake areas that were cast on the margin. Usually not very many, if any at all. Or little micro bubbles that may be on the margin. And then what I do is I'm going to now use a carbide burr to go on the inside. It can be a small round 1/4 inch burr. I have a 1558 here, which has a round end. And I'm just going to lightly go on the inside and take off any little discrepancies or any little micro bubbles that maybe that maybe restrict my coping from going down on the die. Okay, now I have my dies, and I'm going to make sure that the coping here, the cast copings, fit back onto the dies good. This one is looking good. It is not being restricted at all. I don't have to put any pressure on it, and it goes down to the margin pretty well. Let's take a look at the bicuspid here. Bicuspid doesn't fit quite as well, and so I'm going to use a little indicator spray to find out where the high spots are. Spray a little on the inside, and then push it down fairly snug, and look on the inside, and you can see the little black areas there. Well, we're going to relieve those with our handpiece or high speed, and then try to fit it down again. Much better. The coping goes all the way down to the margin and seals nicely. I'll do it one more time. It's a little too snug for what I like. Okay, there we go. I'm not pushing this down so hard that it's breaking the margins, scratching into the die, and also it's not so loose that it's going to fall off here. So that's kind of how I determine the fit. And the molar here is fitting very good here without having to use any kind of indicator spray.